Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everyone in today's class for the second elementary grade. Our textbook is Week 2, and today inshallah we will cover Unit 3, Wild Animals, Words in Action, on pages 22 and 23. This lesson will be presented by me, teacher Mazen Harbi, and the sign language by Mr. Saleh Al-Ujan. So let's begin. Quick reminder on our last lesson. In our last lesson, we did learn an interesting game. And that game was called What Animal Is This Game? And what we did in that game is that we play a sound of an animal and we ask you to guess what was this sound. So this is how it goes. We ask this question, what animal is this? And then we play a sound and then you will guess the animal who can make such a sound. So we did examples on a lion where I ask, what animal is this? And the other says it's a lion. And we also learned that whenever you got the right answer, the phrase that you would use is let's say somebody knows that he has the right answer, which is that's right. This is the phrase that we use whenever we hear a right answer. And also the other example or the other sound we did play was the sound of a horse. The sound of a horse. And I ask a question like this, what animal is this? And then I play the sound and the answer will be in this phrase. It is a horse. And then we also play the sound of a monkey. So I asked a question, the same question, what animal is this? And the answer will be like this. It is a monkey. It is a monkey. So, and the last sound we did play was the sound of an elephant. The sound of an elephant. And I asked the same question. What animal is this? And the answer I got will be in the same like this. It is an elephant. It is an elephant. So I also encouraged you to play this game, what animal is this game, with a partner. Whether you can find a friend of yours or maybe a classmate, someone who with you in the class, or even a family member, maybe your brother or sister. And try to play any different or any regular sound of any animal and ask him or ask her to guess what animal is this. And then he will guess after he or she hears the sound of an animal, they will guess the name of the animal, as we did with this lesson in last time. Now, let us get to know our objectives in today's lesson. Our objectives in today's lesson, we hope that at the end of this lesson, we will be able to describe animals and also write the words correctly and classify a variety of animals and their habitats. So, what we're going to do now in today's lesson is a little bit different. So what we're going to do is that we are going to describe animals. Describe animals to tell how animals are like. Are they big? Are they small? Are they tall? Are they short? So we're going to describe animals and also to write the words correctly, to write the names of these animals correctly. And not only this, but also to classify a variety of animals and their habitats. To classify, it means that we put them in different groups. to classify animals, which means to put them in different categories or different groups. So, now, before we begin, I would like you please to open your books on page 22. I would like you please to open your books on page 22. Now, on page 22, what we need to do here is to listen to the animal and its descriptions, and then we're going to point at each animal and we will say it again. So here we're going to do three things. First, we're going to listen to the animal, the name of the animal and what this animal is like. And then the second thing is that we're going to point while we are listening to, and then the third thing is that we're going to say it again. We are going to say it again, say the animal, about the animals and its description. So let's start with our first picture or our first animal. The first animal is or are elephants. Elephants. So, what do we know about elephants? Or how can we describe elephants? Let's read. Elephants are big and have trunks. Elephants are big and have trunks. So, let's now point, and then I would like you to repeat after me. So, repeat after me. Elephants. Elephants. Elephants are big. Are big. Have trunks. Have trunks. Have trunks. Very well. So this is how can we describe an elephant. Elephant is big, as you can see. Elephant is big, and also they have trunks. They have trunks. So now we can describe an elephant. We can say that elephants are big and have trunks. This is the first animal. And now we will move to the second animal. So, what can we see here? This is the second animal, which we called zebras. Zebras. Now, what do we know about zebras? Let's read again and to know what do we know about zebras. So, zebras are black and white and they have stripes. Zebras are black and white and have stripes. Repeat after me. Zebras. Zebras. Zebras are black and white. Are black and white. And they have stripes. They have stripes. So now we can describe zebras. We can say they are black and white and they do have different stripes. These lines are what we call stripes. Stripes. Very well. Now let us move on to the third animal. The third animals are crocodiles. Crocodiles. So what do we know about crocodiles? Let's read. Crocodiles are scary and they have big teeth. Crocodiles are scary and have big teeth. So repeat after me. Crocodiles. Crocodiles. Crocodiles are scary. Are scary. and they have big teeth. They have big teeth. So now we can say about crocodiles, we can describe crocodiles, we can say that they are scary and they have big teeth. They have big teeth. Let us move on to the fourth animals. So the fourth animals are chimpanzees. Chimpanzees. So what do you know about chimpanzees? Let's read to know the chimpanzees. They are smart and have long arms. They are smart and have long arms. So, repeat after me. Chimpanzees. Chimpanzees. Chimpanzees are smart. Are smart. And they have long arms. Have long arms. So now we can talk and can describe chimpanzees. We can say they are smart and they have long arms. They have long arms. Now let us move on to the fifth one, or the fifth animal. The fifth animals are snakes. Snakes. Now what do we know about snakes? Let's read and find out. Snakes are long and have no arms or legs. Snakes are long and have no arms or legs. Now, repeat after me. Snakes. Snakes. Snakes are long. Snakes are long. Have no arms or legs. Have no arms or legs. So now we can say about the snakes that they are long, as we can see here, and they don't have arms or legs. They don't have arms or legs. Now, let us move on to the last example, or the last animal that we're going to describe today. The last animals are hippos. Hippos. So, what can we say about hippos? Let's read. Hippos are fat and have big mouths. Hippos are fat and have big mouths. So, repeat after me. Hippos. Hippos. So, hippos are fat. Are fat. Have big mouths. Have big mouths. So, now we can say that hippos are fat and also they have big mouth. They do have big mouth. So now we have read about 6 different animals and also their description. Now the second part is what I would like you to do is to practice these sentences in pairs. So ask a partner or choose a partner, whether it's a family member or even your classmate or a friend of yours, and say the name or the animal name, okay? And then he will talk about or say one thing about this animal, and then you can switch. For example, to practice these sentences, have your partner say first the name of the animal, like for example, elephant. And then it will be your turn to say only one thing about an elephant. Either you say they are big, or you say they have trunks. And then you can switch to the next animal, where when he says zebra, when you say zebras, and then he or she will say one thing about zebras. Either she or he would say are black and white or have stripes. So try this. It will be an interesting exercise to do. Now, before we move on to the next page, I would like you to practice these sentences with me. So I'm going to say each sentence and I would like you to repeat after me. So, number 1, elephants. Elephants are big, have trunks. Number 2, zebras. Zebras are black and white and have stripes. Number 3, crocodiles. Crocodiles. Crocodiles are scary and have big teeth. Number 4, chimpanzees. Chimpanzees are smart and have long arms. Number 5, snakes. Snakes are long, have no arms or legs. Number 6, hippos. Hippos are fat and have big mouths. Very good. Now, let us move on to page 23. I would like you please to turn to page 23. Now on page 23, we're going to play a game, and that game, it is called the Animal 2 Hints game. So what we're going to do in this game is that I'm going to give you 2 hints and you need to know or to guess the animal's name. So for example, I'm going to say something like the animals that we're going to talk about, they are big and they have trunks. The animals that I want you to guess their name, they have 2 things. So these are the 2 hints. They are big and they have trunks. So what do you think? What are the animals that I am talking about? Exactly. The animals I'm talking about are the elephants. The elephants. So this is how we play the game. It starts with giving 2 hints. I give you 2 hints and then it is your turn to guess what is the name of this elephant. Let's do it one more time. So, the animals that I want you to guess their name, they are scary and they have big teeth. They are scary and they have big teeth. So what do you think? What are the animals that I am talking about? They are the crocodiles. They are the crocodiles. They are scary and they have big teeth. Now, moving on, our last example, here are the 2 hints. They are fat and they have big mouths. They are fat and they have big mouths. What do you think? What are the animals that I'm talking about? They are the hippos. They are the hippos. So this is how we play a game. We start by giving 2 hints or talking about 2 things in these animals, and then it will be your turn or your partner's turn to guess the name of this animal. So, at the end of this lesson, it's important to say something about 3 wild animals and to play the Animal 2 Hints game. So now we have reached the end of our lesson. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.